Hey guys, Pete with Auto Repair Tips. In this video, I'm working on an '07 Honda Odyssey, and here's the customer's complaint. But before I get into the complaint, I got a question for y'all. How many of you guys have had odd smells in your cabin? I don't mean because you just had dinner and you ate something stupid and you're farting. I'm talking about a gas smell or an oil smell. Let me know in the comments below. All right, let's get into the video. All right, guys, working on a Honda Odyssey van. And the customer's complaint is he says he's smelling an excessive amount of exhaust fumes in the vehicle. But really, that's not what he's smelling. What he's got is he has a valve cover gasket leaking. It's leaking down onto the exhaust. If you look right here, you can see the fumes. And with the hood closed and him driving along, these fumes are going up into the cabin where he's sitting. And he thinks it's exhaust, but it's actually oil that he's smelling. In the description below, I'll put a link to all the parts that we use on this vehicle. All right, one of the first things we need to do is take off this top plenum. Then we're going to start by taking out the center cover here. This will expose the bolts underneath. All right, once you get this cover off, you're going to expose the bolts that are holding on this plenum underneath that. We'll have to take off some accessory hoses. Other than that, that's all there is to it. Get this off, and then we'll get the valve cover off. When you're working with older cars, be careful not to rip hoses. It's going to happen anytime you work with older cars, but just do your best not to let it happen. Two 10mm bolts secure the harness to the valve cover. Coil pack. On the front valve cover, you have to remove the dipstick. $10mm bolts hold on the valve cover. These bolts have gaskets around it, and every one of them is brittle. There you go. And you can see it's flattened out right here. This is where the leak was. This is the bottom of the gasket. You can see the excessive amount coming out. This was what was leaking on the exhaust, giving that smell of an exhaust in the cabin. All right, we'll get this cleaned up, put back in. All right, guys, that's all it takes to get that valve cover off and get that gasket replaced. I've shown you in the past videos how to clean out your valve covers and put a gasket on, and I'll put a link in the description below. Meantime, this job is done.
All right, guys, I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Catch you next time.